Good morning. I am Dr.Darshanan from Jaffna University. Examination system in classical vocal music. The purpose of this research is to find out whether the students are satisfied with the present Viva model examination method for classical vocal music practical. Introduction: the education and examination system in classical vocal music are old and traditional in the university and schools of Sri Lanka. But the students in classical vocal music are awarded bachelor's, master's and doctoral degrees. These degrees need to be met the international university standard. The examination system needs to be transparent and independent. The practical components are uncommon in arts and humanities, but they are very common in the faculties of agriculture, density, engineering, medicine and science. Even though the theoretical components hold the maximum credit values in these faculties except medical. In aesthetic studies, the practical components take major part rather than theory. The practical components carry more credits. The hypothesis is set as the students are satisfied with the present examination system in vocal classical music as alternative hypothesis. Methods. The quantitative methodologies used to collect data through 94 out of 100 structured questionnaires. The qualitative participatory research is admitted by the researcher under direct observation, while the researcher is being an examiner for the music practical examination of different universities. Also, the researcher had a focus group discussion with the university music students and staff. The size of FGD was 10. The outputs of the participatory research and the FGD were converted into a structured questionnaire in order to increase the reliability of the research data. The hypothesis has been tested by analyzing the data collected by the questionnaire with Excel. In the focus group discussion, 10 music staff and vocal music undergraduate students were participated from 4th year BFA music. 8 out of 10 suggested that the present exam system should be changed in order to ensure transparency of the exam results, uniformity in marking and not to allow discrepancy among the questions with each student. The qualitative participatory research is admitted by the researcher under direct observation, while the researcher is being an examiner for the music practical examination of different universities. The experience is also thoroughly discussed with the participants of the focus group. FGD results. A good number of students were struggling to sing with pitch and rhythm because of excitement. Some students were excited with the tone of the examiner while asking the questions. Some examiners used to ask the next question while the student was trying to recall the answer for the previous question. Some examiners used to blame the teacher of the particular song in front of the exam candidates. Some examiners used to answer phone calls while students were singing. Some examiners used to pull smile while the candidates sing. Some examiners used to criticize the students' performance among them while the students sing. If some students were failed to answer the asked question, the second question was asked instead of the first question, but some students were not facilitated with the second question. Some students already know the questions to be asked in the examination because They are private students of the examiner. Some students noted that the examiners were marking for the final exam by calculating the in-course assessment marks of the particular student. The examiners had the in-course assessment marks of each student in the final examination. It will need to be decided the pass and fail of each student only by the final examiners. Some examiners used to scold the students in examination. Some examiners used to teach the students in the examination. Some examiners used to go out while the student sings. Discussion on questionnaire. The experiences in the past examinations are noted by the researcher and taken into a structured questionnaire. The 94 out of 100 questionnaires were collected from and distributed among the second, third and fourth year bachelors of fine arts, vocal music degree students of a university. First year students are omitted because they didn't have enough experience in their past university examinations. The questions are translated in the mother tongue of the subjects before distribution. 84 out of 94 subjects answered that they were excited during the vocal music practical examination. It is 89%. It indicates the necessity of changing the exam model. In the question paper answer script model, the student not appears in front of the examiners. The exam model may facilitate them to perform with reduced excitement. The Viva model exams, the examiners used to ask questions one by one. If the student failed to answer, the student will not be given one more chance to answer it correctly. 69 out of 94 subjects felt that if the examiners allow them to change the answering order of the questions, it will be easy to answer. It is 73%. Several students mentioned that they are unable to remember about this. The question paper answer script model may facilitate them to choose the order of the questions to be answered. 44 out of 94 agreed that questions in the examination are biased. Some students were tested with easy questions and others were not. 14 students were not remembering it. 36 subjects rejected this statement. If the not remembered deducted from the total 94, the 55% of the students agreed that the examination questions were biased. The question paper answer script model may prevent the students from biased questions. 50 out of 94 stated that the exam duration of each student was biased. 8 students were unable to remember it. If the 8 is deducted, 58% of the students agreed this. The question paper answer script model may prevent the students from biased exam durations. 67 of 94 felt that they were unable to perform up to the level they can in their house. This is 71%. The question paper answer script model may facilitate the students to sing with their home-like environment without the examiners in front of them. 71 of 94 students are unsatisfied and objecting the practical exam results. This is 75%. The question paper answer script model may increase the transparency of the exam and evaluation. A question is asked that if the examination method will be changed as question paper answer script model with recording the performance, how much more marks can you score? Only 2 out of 94 students mentioned that they can score the same marks. 46 students stated that they don't know about it because they are shutting their mouth. 46 students believe that they can score 30 to 50 marks additionally if the examination system is switched to the question paper answer script model with recording the performance. If the answer don't know is omitted, it is 96%. Conclusion, the data analysis and the results rejected the hypothesis. The students are not satisfied with the present Viva model examination method for classical vocal music practical. Therefore, the new examination model should be introduced for classical vocal music practical. Recommendations. The present Viva model examination system for classical vocal music shall be switched to question paper answers with model and administrative supervisor, but not evaluated, shall be appointed for the examination. The examination performance of the students will be recorded by MP3 recorders in order to ensure unbiased evaluation. The recording shall be handed over to the examination branch of the university. The examination branch shall shuffle the order of the recordings and upload it into a secured website. The web link shall be sent to the foreign examiner by email. The foreign examiner shall send the results by email to the examination branch. The head of the Department of Music shall compare the results of the internal and external evaluators, and if necessary, the head shall arrange a conference through Skype between the both evaluators. If necessary, the third examiner shall be appointed by the head. The same examination system shall be applied for the instrumental examinations also. Contribution to the society. The new examination method in classical vocal music shall ensure the unbiased evaluation and transparency in examination. It shall ensure a pleasant atmosphere among the students in the practical examination. It shall induce the performance of the most students in the examination. Suggestions for further research. The same research shall be conducted with the students of Indian universities. More fruitful examination models shall be recommended by the future researchers in music education. Acknowledgements. Sincere thanks to the students of the Department of Music of the University of Jaffna of the Government of Sri Lanka to cooperate the FGD and to give unbiased answers to the questionnaires. The researcher is always grateful to the Vice Chancellor, Dean of Arts, Head Music, the University of Jaffna to encourage the researcher and granting conference leave to present this research. And thank you very much for your kind listening.
I think Mr. Darshan mentioned about the present examination system in vocal music, in music discipline, not Carnatic or Hindustani, or the music discipline in vocal music. Any clarification from the audience? Yeah.
I'd like to ask you a question, because I mean, I'm not a researcher in the field of education, but I'm a teacher, and I think a lot about the whole issue of authority, and how much authority a teacher should have, and how conducive to the learning process authority is. And what you seem to be talking about, many of the issues of the examination, many of the problems with it, seem to do with authority, with the fact that teachers feel entitled to answer phone calls, walk off, do various things that will obviously affect the students, but they don't care about that. So I mean, my question is, how much do you think things can be changed if the authority figure was redefined, was challenged and changed somehow?
May I know your question again, please?
Yeah. Okay.
Little elaborate.
Sure. Yeah. I was just thinking as I was speaking. Sorry. I suppose the question is, many of the problems that you outlined in your presentation, do you think they have to do with the fact that the teacher is regarded as an authority figure?
Teacher's role.
Teacher's role, yeah.
Teacher's role, or teacher is being an examiner in that role? Are you asking about?
Yes, there seems to be
exactly the teacher in the classroom or in the examination hall as an evaluator?
Both.
Both?
Yeah.
Yeah. Teacher's role is they can omit these answering phone calls and other things. But the biasness is only controlled by the changing the system. The self-biasness and performing arts, it is aesthetic. We cannot calculate it in figures, the performing arts. That is not quantitative, perfectly qualitative, 100% qualitative the music is. We are trying to convert the qualitative data into quantitative marks. So it differs person to person. So completely the changing of examination system will give a remarkable improvement.
I think yes, Dr.
Dr.Darshanan, now this for a field like music, if it is like actual subjects like math, statistics, it's okay. But music, like even if a foreign evaluator, examiner evaluates, there are personal preferences and biases like subjectivity. And there are certain schools of thought even in music, whether it is vocal or instrumental or whatever. So then how would you counter that kind of intersubjectivity? Say even if a foreign examiner.
He's talking about that you have suggested here to evaluate examinations through the Skype system and email system. Recorded material you have sent the
Foreign examiner.
Yeah, then again he's also talking about the bias and
subjectivity. How that
how to solve, how to address these problems.
Because the index number of the students will be shuffled in the examination branch.
Yeah.
So then the foreign examiner won't know the particular exam candidate. With recorded voice.
No, it is not the person in person what I am talking about. So music styles and his preferences and all these things. Those things also might affect a certain degree. So that means 100%.
It will be error in any research or in evaluation. The errors should be there. There is an error in performing arts.
A margin of error should definitely be there.
Yeah, definitely. Because 100% this is qualitative. No?
Yeah,
in mathematics, that is 100% quantitative. So in any qualitative researches or qualitative evaluations, we expect some percentage of errors.
Have you taken some of these experimental scales? Have you done this at least with one or two of your students?
No, 94 students.
No. So far, have you sent some of your recordings of your student performances to a foreign music teacher or examiner? And they
not yet.
comments? So
Not yet.
as an experiment, you can do that.
Yeah.
Selecting 4 or 5 students, their recordings could be uploaded. And then write and ask, how would you evaluate or how would you give marks or allocate marks for this?
Yeah.
That could be a pre-test.
But the allocation of marking system also can be prescribed by the university.
Not yet. That kind of pre-testing would help for further research.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much.
According to, I think, Dr. Darshan's research, that it says that we need some we have to change the attitude of the Sri Lankan practical examinations arena in the system, whatever. And I think there is a very little problem in how to cater to bachelor's students, how to solve the Hungarian problem, what they meet when they sitting in the examination in front of the examination board is very psychological. How to solve the Hungarian problem of the candidate, Hungarian problem, excitement and all these things. These both parties are here in this topic. Thank you very much, Doctor. Yes. Now, I would like to invite Mr. Charles Dr. Bandari, Lanka.